Chicago Bears appoint Ben Johnson as head coach and Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator. The Chicago Bears have officially appointed Ben Johnson as their new head coach, following the dismissal of Matt Eberflus. Johnson, previously the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, is recognized for leading one of the NFL's most dynamic offenses. Over the past 2 seasons, his unit averaged a league-best 30.1 points and 402.2 net yards per game. ChicagoBears.com. In assembling his coaching team, Johnson has recruited several familiar faces from the Lions staff, including receivers coach Antoine Randall. Notably, he has secured former New Orleans Saints head coach Dennis Allen as the Bears' defensive coordinator. Allen's tenure as the Saints' defensive coordinator saw significant improvements, with the defense rising from 32nd in points allowed in 2015 to 4th by 2021. During his introductory press conference, Allen revealed that Johnson reached out to him late in the previous season to gauge his interest in the defensive coordinator role. Allen expressed enthusiasm about the opportunity, citing mutual connections through coaches like Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn, which facilitated their collaboration. While Allen's stint as the Saints head coach had its challenges, his prowess as a defensive strategist is well regarded. His appointment is anticipated to bolster the Bears' defense, aiming to replicate the success he achieved in New Orleans. The partnership between Johnson and Allen is generating optimism among Bears fans. Johnson's innovative offensive strategies, combined with Allen's defensive expertise, could signal a new era for the team. As the Bears prepare for the upcoming season, the NFL community is keenly observing how this coaching duo will reshape the franchise's fortunes. Speculation abounds regarding potential player acquisitions and further staff appointments. Some analysts suggest that Johnson may leverage his connections to bring in key offensive talents, while Allen might focus on strengthening the defensive lineup. The Bears' offseason moves will be crucial in setting the tone for their performance in the next NFL season. In summary, the Chicago Bears' strategic hiring of Ben Johnson as head coach and Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator reflects a commitment to revitalizing the team's competitive edge. Their combined experience and innovative approaches hold promise for the franchise's future success. Chuck Pagano returns to the NFL as senior secondary coach for the Baltimore Ravens. Chuck Pagano is making his return to the NFL after a 4-year retirement, joining the Baltimore Ravens as their senior secondary coach. The team officially announced the hiring on Tuesday night, bringing back a familiar face who previously served on the Ravens coaching staff from 2008 to 2011. During that time, Pagano played a crucial role in shaping Baltimore's dominant defense before moving on to become the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Pagano, now 64 years old, had a notable career as the Colts head coach from 2012 to 2017, amassing a 53-43 regular season record and leading the team to 3 playoff appearances. His tenure in Indianapolis was marked by resilience, as he courageously battled and defeated leukemia during his first season with the team. After his time with the Colts, he returned to a defensive coordinator role with the Chicago Bears in 2019 and 2020, continuing to establish himself as a respected defensive mind in the league. His return to Baltimore adds a layer of experience and leadership to the Ravens secondary, which is already overseen by secondary coach Doug Mallory, who joined the team in 2024. Pagano's deep knowledge of defensive schemes and his history with the Ravens organization make him a valuable addition, especially as Baltimore looks to strengthen its defensive unit for another playoff push. Speculation is already swirling about what Pagano's presence could mean for the Ravens' defensive strategies. Given his aggressive approach to coaching secondaries in the past, Baltimore may look to implement more complex coverage schemes and increase their defensive pressure. His expertise could also be instrumental in the development of younger players in the secondary, providing them with a seasoned mentor who has coached some of the NFL's top defensive talents. This move raises questions about how the Ravens plan to shape their defense heading into the new season. With Pagano on board, there could be adjustments in personnel and play calling to better fit his coaching philosophy. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how his influence translates on the field. As the Ravens prepare for the upcoming season, the addition of a coach with Pagano's experience signals their commitment to maintaining a top-tier defense. His return to Baltimore not only brings a wealth of knowledge, but also a strong emotional connection to a team where he previously thrived. Whether this move pays off will depend on how well he integrates into the current coaching staff and how quickly his impact is felt on game days. Chicago Bears strengthen defensive staff with veteran coach Bill Johnson. The Chicago Bears continue to build their coaching staff, and just days after hiring Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator, they have brought in veteran defensive line coach Bill Johnson. According to reports from Aaron Wilson, Johnson, who has decades of experience in both the NFL and college football, will be joining the Bears in an unspecified defensive role. With a resume that includes a Super Bowl championship and 2 national titles at the college level, his addition is expected to bring a wealth of knowledge and leadership to Chicago's defensive front. Johnson most recently served as the defensive line coach for the Birmingham Stallions in the United Football League, UFL, continuing a coaching career that began in 1980. Over the past 45 years, he has specialized in coaching defensive linemen, helping shape some of the most dominant pass rushers in NFL history. The list of players he has coached includes elite names such as John Abraham, Cameron Jordan, Aaron Donald, Elvis Dumervil, Robert Quinn, Ndamukong Suh, and many more. Collectively, his former players have amassed an incredible number of sacks, proving his ability to develop top-tier defensive talent. While it has yet to be confirmed whether Johnson will take over as the Bears' defensive line coach or serve in another capacity, his presence alone is a major win for Chicago. His experience will be invaluable in working with key defensive linemen like Montez Sweat, Jervin Dexter, and Austin Booker. Sweat, who made an immediate impact after joining the Bears mid-season, could greatly benefit from Johnson's coaching, potentially elevating his game even further. Speculation is already circulating about how this move could impact the Bears' defensive strategy. With Dennis Allen now leading the defense and Johnson potentially overseeing the D-line, Chicago could be aiming for a more aggressive and disciplined front. The Bears struggled at times to generate consistent pass rush pressure, and Johnson's expertise could be the key to unlocking the full potential of their defensive unit. As the offseason progresses, eyes will be on how Johnson integrates into the staff and what role he will officially take on. Given his track record, his influence could be a game-changer for Chicago's defensive identity. With a mix of veteran leadership and young talent on the roster, the Bears are clearly making moves to build a defense capable of competing at the highest level in the NFL.